So now you got your ARV. You wrote it, write it down in your folder, right? Now you have your folder together. Next number you're gonna have is your exit number, gotta know it. Now, you're going to do what's called a max allowable offer. Max allowable offer. Now what most people do is they will add in $5,000 as their max allowable offer. So you got an exit number of say 120 and you got a max allowable of 115. That's not what you do. Okay, that's not what you do. You want to tack on your company acceptable spread. So our company acceptable spread, and you can ask Raphael this, is $20,000. So if my max allowable is 120, my exit number is 120, then what is my max allowable? If my company spread is 20 grand, then my number is going to be $100,000. So I'm going to write in my thing, max allowable offer, MAO, right? And I'm going to put colon, and I'm going to put max allowable $100,000. Now, here's where it gets exciting, and here's where you can triple your wholesale fee. Well, first off, doing that alone, expecting more, negotiating harder on your max allowable is gonna, that's just gonna double your fee, right? Because what happens is most people put 10 grand in, and then what happens is they negotiate 3 to 5 grand off the top. Now they're down to a 5,000 fee, and then they go to a closing and they have to pay closing costs for assignments, and now they're down to $3,000 to $4,000. They go, I don't know why I can't get my fee up. I'm making $3,000 to $4,000. I just signed a contract a week and a half ago, and we sold it and closing it tomorrow. We're making $16,000. Why? Because we're at a fee of 20, negotiated, the buyer wanted a little bit off, and we gave it to him. Still a $16,000 profit, close today, or tomorrow actually. So bottom line, smoking deal, right? So, and that was on a down payment arbitrage. That's where the house is literally retail. House is worth $320 and I sold it for $302, right? On a down payment arbitrage. That's another whole episode that we want to talk about. We'll talk about that at a different time, down payment arbitrage, because that is the bomb. That's how you double or triple the deals in your business. All right, so now we've got, what do we got? We've got the ARV, after repair value. We got the second number is the exit number. We have to know our exit number. The third number we have to know is our max allowable offer. And here is the fourth number that nobody ever really talks about. What I've never heard. I'm the only guy talking about it. Raphael knows it, Brandon knows it, but we do it in our company, is we have a goal target number, right? So you have a max allowable that's 20 back from your exit, right? In our case, 20 back from our exit number. So if we were going to exit at 120, our initial max allowable offer, not initial, my fault, our max allowable is going to be 120, 100,000, 20 back. So now we have a goal target number. A goal target number, remember, whoever names the first number first loses. We know that as a negotiating. So we have to basically come out with a super low offer. And I always tell people that the offer has to be so low that it makes your stomach sick, right? You're afraid. You're just like throwing out and squinting because you're afraid the seller is going to punch you in the face. But remember, listen, if you build enough significant rapport, if you get them to like and trust you, and you can anchor a comp along with repairs, and then have a position to pivot if you have to, meaning justify the comp, drive the comp, look at the comp a little bit more, pull that comp up on Redfin specifically, or on Zillow specifically, and kind of look at the pictures so you can see, right? So you have to be able to pivot from that number. You just can't go from 60 to like I did, 60 to $115,000 just like that without a justifiable pivot. So you got to be able to pivot off that number. All right. So now, what's the fourth number? It's a goal target number. That is your super low number, the sick number that's going to make you sick, right? So what I did was my goal target number was 60 to 70,000. So I threw out a 60 to 70,000 number based upon the repairs, based upon this one comp that was unverified, that I could pivot off to potentially get higher. That I could go back and look at that comp and discredit the comp. So then I could pivot to a higher number. So the 4 numbers, ARV, you have to know these 4 numbers. This is how you analyze the deal prior to going in the appointment. Have to have an ARV, what's it worth, right? Have to have an exit number. Now, how do you find, people ask this all the time, how do you find the exit number? Okay, well, that is local market driven. Your exit number is local market driven. It's not a 70%, less repairs, less fee. It's all local driven. So right now, currently, locally in Phoenix, between 73 and 75% is a number for excluding a down payment arbitrage, because that's seller financing that makes a property more sellable. But I'm talking about a typical wholesale deal that's considered a fix and flip. That type of deal in Phoenix is 73 to 75%. That's how you figure out your exit number. So you got ARV, exit number. Now, 73%. Now, because Phoenix is a hot market, because even if the property needs significant repairs, right, we're still at a 73 to 75% exit number price on our property. That's how you figure it out. So how do you figure out exit number in yours? You got 2 ways to figure out exit number in your market. Number 1 is you get on every other wholesaler's email list, right? So most wholesalers that do any deals, right, have an email list. And what they do is they email all of their buyers the property, and phone calls come in and they sell the property. Now, what you can do is look at the ARV. They typically have ARV in the email, or they're gonna give you comps, like a 160 comp, 170 comp, 180 comp, and then you can figure out, based upon their sell price, what their percentage of ARV, right? So just take the sale price, divided by the actual ARV, and give you the actual exit percentage. So you'll find that it's between 65 and about 75%, depending on your market, and then what you do, right? So here's the deal. So that's how you figure out your exit number percentage. The other way, the second way you can figure out exit percentage, is you pull all the cash transactions that happen. You're going to have to do this in the MLS. All the cash transactions that happened in that particular 1 mile radius area of that area. And then you look at the cash transaction, what they traded at, what they sold at essentially, and then what you have already ARV. So you already have an established ARV. Now you want to figure out what the cash transactions are actually selling for, which are essentially wholesale deals. And then that becomes your exit percentage number. It might be 72%. It might be 73%. It might be 68%. So that being said, right, that's how you can figure out your exit percentage, and it is local market driven. Like I said, Phoenix here is about 73 to 75%. If it's a newer property, it can be a little bit more. If it's a cleaner property, it can be a little bit higher. If it's a super high demand area, like we got Arcadia, we got Scottsdale, we've got parts of Maryvale. If the houses are under 150,000, you can even push your ARV on those because there's not much inventory. So knowing that, now what drives, this is the next question people have that I always have, right? What drives the percentage? What drives? Now we got, in the last probably 24 months, last 2 years, it has slowly come down. We have got upwards up to as high as 82 to 83% of after repair value as an exit number. Think about it. You could contract a property at 70%, sell it at 83 and make 13 points. Right? You could contract a property at 75%, still sell it at 83 and make 8 points, right? 8 points on a deal. That's pretty good. In a $100,000 deal, it's $8 grand. Now you're trying to double your wholesale fee, of course. So you want to do more than that. But 83%, 83% is how high it got. Now, right now we are currently, inventory, absolutely. And I'll talk about that. So currently we are sitting on a basically a percentage right now here in Phoenix. We're sitting at a 73 to 75%. Now, if it's totally trashed, it's gonna a little bit lower. But if it's a typical updating, we're 73 to 75%. That means we can exit our properties at 73, 75. So that is not ARV, less 70%, less fees, less your, all that type of stuff. If you do that, you're going to get outbid on the property. If you get outbid in the property, you're never going to get the deal. So you got to kind of know what the exit percentage is, and you find that out by either A, figuring out what all your competition's exiting for, or B, finding out all the cash transactions in that specific neighborhood and what they are trading at based upon the ARV, right? So that's ways you can find that. Now, so what determines that is, Mark Boyd said it correctly, inventory. Inventory determines the entire everything. Inventory determines everything. In 2005, we had 5,000 units on the marketplace. 2005, market was insane. Prices going through the roof, and we were selling properties 110% ARV. We're selling properties over ARV, right? So if a house was worth 300, we sell the thing for 350. Why? Zero inventory, 5,000 units. Everybody wanted deals, right? Couldn't get them. Now, what happens is the inventory, as the inventory increases, good morning, as the inventory increases, it's hard really to, don't get stuck in the analysis paralysis, man. You just got to go out and make offers. Remember, here's the deal, the bottom line, I'll get back to the inventory here in a second. The bottom line here is you don't get a contract unless you make offers. So don't get too much in analysis paralysis. Offers is the precursor to actually getting a contract. And remember, it's a numbers game. The more offers you make, the more contracts you get. And if you ever read Grant Cardone's book 10X, right? You want to 10X your action. What action can you 10X that can significantly increase your revenue? Boom, the amount of offers you make. The amount of offers to make on a weekly basis, the amount of offers you make on a monthly basis will determine, right, how many contracts you get, and how many contracts you get will determine, obviously, your revenue. So if you're making 10 offers a month, forget about it, right? It's not going to cut it. You might get one, right? Maybe. But if you're making 100 offers a month, guess what? You cannot help but get 10, 12, 13 contracts in a month. So contracts are a precursor, and you've got that. If you're knowing that, some you're going to win and some you're going to lose. It's just the nature of the game. And then in making those offers, written offers, I'm talking written physical offers, either via DocuSign. I'm sending an offer to a guy today. The guy's out of state, did a drive-by on the house, went through the house, trashed, and I'm going to send him a DocuSign today with the pictures of the property. I'm actually going to a mastermind. I'm speaking right now, basically in about half hour, for about 40 minutes, and then catch a flight going to San Diego. But between all that, I'll be making this offer to this guy because it's a pretty good deal. It's in a good area, and I think I can get it for pretty cheap. And I think once he sees the pictures, he's going to be like, get rid of it. So, and I've been kind of slow paying him on it too, and negotiating, talking to him over the last couple days. So, and he likes me, trusts me, but he knows I'll come out with a good number. Anyway, so back to inventory, right? So, so make offers. Just do it. Don't get yourself in the way. Just make offers as a precursor to contracts. Sign contracts. So back to inventory. Inventory levels right now, you have to watch inventory. As inventory increases, your percentage will decrease. Let me say that again. As inventory increases, percentage of ARV will decrease because buyers are going to want more equity in the deal because now they're going to have choices of properties they can purchase. So as inventory increases, now your percentage of ARV, your exit price, is going to decrease. Now, it might, Phoenix, as inventory increases, it might go from 73 to 75 to 68 to 73, depending on condition and renovations and stuff. It might go down to under 70. It might go 68. It might go 64. What's beautiful about what we do, we're wholesalers. We're contracting property. Now, if you're fixing and flipping property, and you see this shift, and as inventory increases, you have got to make sure that you have monster spreads, right? Monster spreads. So we took down a property, fixed and flipped, got it on the market right now, have a couple offers we're working on, but we bought it for 300 and we're selling it for 625 right now. So 625, you know, we have plenty of spread. We have 150, $160,000 or more in spread in there, less our renovation costs. So you've got to have massive spread so you can come down and you can sell that property if you have to, if inventory increases and market shifts. The last thing you want to do is have a $20,000, $30,000 spread on a fix and flip, and now you're stuck reducing the price, and now you're going to lose money on the deal. So for wholesalers, you and I, us wholesalers, it's okay to have, I mean, we can go in and we have a long enough inspection period, we have we have an out clause in our contracts, right? We can get out of the deal with no harm, no foul if there's a shift in the market and we can't sell it and we can't renegotiate it, right? And that's renegotiating a deal to open up spreads to get the deal sold. That's another whole episode we'll talk about. Right now we're talking about how to double or triple your wholesale fee, and understanding your exit number in the current inventory in the market makes all the difference on what your exit number is going to be. So that's the question, is how do you know if you're leaving too much money on the table? What if your exit number in your current market right now is 75 to 76%, 75%, but you put out a deal at 65%, 68%, you're leaving, right? You're leaving anywhere from 8 to 10 points on the table. You're leaving money on the table. Now, if you're leaving money, 5 grand, 10 grand on the table because you want to come out and put it out at a super low price, or you get a smoking deal, right? You don't want to lose 5 grand on 20 deals. You want to lose $100,000 just because you're leaving money on the table. The way you know, and it's, remember this, if you put a property out, you can always come down, but you can never go up, right? You can always come down in price, but you can never go up in price. So you don't want to come out with a super low number and then go, oh man, and then your phone blows up unless you're going to do a bidding war, right? And you're going to come out and say highest and best offer gets the deal. Then you have the ability, and you can put that right in your email copy. We do that all the time. We have a property that's closing, another one that's closing on Friday, where we did that. We literally, it was highest and best offer. The property got bid up, the phone melted, and we sold that property quickly. So if you guys could do me a favor, if you could share this, I greatly appreciate it. It would definitely help me get more reach and get in front of more people, help more people that want to do deals. I greatly appreciate it. Like and share this. I would hugely appreciate it. So anyway, so the bottom line is, when it comes to that exit number, it's incredibly important. So those are the 4 numbers. Let's talk about that again. 4 numbers. I'll recap it real quick. What we talked about, we have to have our ARV, after repair value. That's the retail value, the renovated value, and we're finding comps in the neighborhood that are all fixed up. Then you have to have what's called a exit number. Your exit number is critically important. That exit number is the number that you're going to sell your property at. Typically an exit number is anywhere from 70 in Phoenix, 73 to 75% of that ARV, depending on the condition, also depending on the price. So that's number 1. Number 2, so now you have your exit number. Now you have the exit number, you're gonna back out your profit. Now our company profit that we build in on every deal is $20,000. So that's called a max allowable offer. That's the max allowable offer that you're willing to go to keep your company spread intact. Now, if you start there, guess what? You're not going to end there. If you start at your max allowable, you're not going to end up. You're not going to end up at your max allowable. I mean, what happens? You're going to go over your max allowable number, and you're going to eat in your wholesale spread. And then now, guess what? You're not going to triple your wholesale fee. You're not going to be able to do it. So the bottom line is that get some coffee here, so we can get some energy, get you guys going. So the bottom line here is that you got to be able to do that, right? You got to be able to have that max allowable. Then off the max allowable is your goal target number. Only if you use the goal target number, only if you cannot get a number out of the seller. If you can get a number out of the seller, and you know what you can't come out with a low max. You can't come out with a ridiculously low number on a seller if they're giving you a number. Now, if this lady that I'm talking about on the appointment I went with last week, her number was 115, right? She already had an offer on the table for 112. If I would have known that going in, I would have never offered 60 grand, but I had to flush out her number. So the only way you use your max allowable, your goal target number, is if they don't give you a number and you got to flush out a low offer. I'll give an example. We got this deal under contract. It was actually Brandon got it under contract, and basically came out. It was about a $280,000 property, 280 grand property. We got under contract, right? Got under contract for $85,000. Now it's trashed, $85,000. So 85 grand on a $285,000 property. Well, if we never came out, and we asked him to say, hey, came out with a lower number. He goes, where do you need to be to get the deal done today? And he goes, well, if you give me $85,000, I'd be completely happy. I'm good, and I'm good. I'm going to go. So if you got multi-units in the market, the best way to do it is those are they properties, right? Similar properties that are how do we know how many units are on the how many units are on the market? Oh, sorry about that. Gotcha. How many units are on the market? You can ask your realtor for a current inventory of all active listings and all listings that are currently under contract and accepting backups and pending. How many pending properties? You can ask your realtor. They'll give you those numbers so you're able to understand how many, what the current inventory in the market. Then, if they are a good realtor, you can ask them, say, listen, what was the inventory historically, meaning a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it'll give you an idea if the inventory is increasing or the inventory is decreasing. So that'd be good. So definitely do that. All right, so I'm at my appointment right now, so I've got to go. Going to speak at Dean Graziosi's event. Is it against the population? No. It's just the amount of inventory. Amount of inventory is active listings on your current market. Active listings on your current market. Thanks for advice from yesterday. I'm going to get a contract signed real quick. Do it, man. You got to crush it. Crush it. We're going to have the Extreme Freedom event is going to be in September or early October. We're nailing down dates right now, and we'll have that up for you after Ken's event in coming up here in a couple weeks. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you could share this, I greatly appreciate it. If you could like it, I greatly appreciate it. You guys rock. Love doing these things, and I appreciate all your guys watching. Take care.